Hello and welcome to this channel where I talk about trading in the crypto market. I am going to show you guys how I enter these trades, what I look for before entering the trades, and most importantly, some of the rules that I never break.
Today's video, today we are going to be doing another daily update on Bitcoin, and we are going to be doing a price prediction on where we see price going in over the next few hours or days, and I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Stay tuned. And so to get off started, this one was amazing. If you guys remember when I called this one out, broke out, came in, boom, it shot up. Which is why sometimes I say that there are a lot of positive outcomes from possible, not even, actually if you really think about it properly, there are always going to be corrections to the point where people end up losing money. This specific trade I made a good amount of money. I came off positive on this trade, and I almost got back everything I lost, and even more probably. But as you guys can see in this specific one, if we look at this specific price, when price broke out, came back in, tested, what would that mean? So we need to get the next one from here to here. Now I don't know if you see it properly, but wait, let me get rid of this so it's more clear. Let me show you guys what happened here. I don't know about you, but my order hit at this specific point as well. Meaning, when price broke and it came back into tested right at the end of the box, which did, it hit my buy order, and I'm riding it up, right? So from here, wait, let's mark it out. From here, price came, tested. That would mean entered a long position at somewhere around these parts where they stop right at the bottom with a 1.5. A 1.5 is somewhere around there. Got filled around this, right? Exactly. So now you must be thinking, what's the next box? Well, next box is right here. This here, if you guys notice properly, price broke, came back in test, and broke out again. I just had 3 consecutive win trades, which brought me well over my profit. Well over. Okay? So, in this specific one, when price broke out, it came back into test and broke out. The next point would be, of course, you have to see the breakout point first. We mark everything out just to make sure, and I'll get rid of that now so it's more clear for you guys. This is going to be our next one, right, from here to here. That is a pretty big one, so we are going to be waiting to see what happens. Maybe there's going to be a price dip a little bit and then a fly up. But after 3 consecutive trades, maybe you are expecting a little bit of a loss, so you can play a little bit safe. But keep in mind the whole point that it's a pattern. You are bound to win more than lose, but at the same time you should not be scared to lose, because it is a whole part of the whole trading system. You are meant to lose. It's impossible that anyone gets perfect trades. I've known traders for a long time, and those that helped me get into this have taught me a lot about it, which is everybody ends up losing at some point, and you just have to be able to accept it, because there's no such thing as a 100% win rate. It's almost impossible. We'll take a look at Ethereum really quickly. You can see price broke, came back in test, but this one is very, very short term, because this is going to be your next box right here, and then you're going to see the BOS there, but it is a wick. It's very, very thin wick, which is, of course, a lot of you might be getting stopped out because of that wick. Maybe over time it did play out quite some time. Then, you know, whole 12-13 minutes of that whole candle was in that area. Who knows? But I mean, if you guys don't understand what I'm trying to say here, this is the line where price broke, came back into test, which created this next box when price broke out, trading in. So, I mean, unless you consider that, but no, it's not considered trading broke. It did come back into test actually, and then it actually broke all the way down here. It never really broke up, so that was a BOS. But a lot of people might not look at it that way. People might think, okay, this is the price break, price entry. I mean, nobody would have actually caught this one here because it's actually a very small box. Some people might have, like me personally, I would not. I would not have taken it because it's not even about impossible to get on time, but that was too cramped up of a trade. So if you really look at it, price broke, came back in test. This is your next box, here to here, which is the same thing with BTC at the point where this here gonna have to expect to come down to break out. But of course, it's been what, this is already two positive trades. So maybe yes, you might still have the same intuition that you're gonna be expecting a possible retraction, but keep in mind that you have to just keep following your bias, because if you don't, it breaks the whole system, your whole system of trading, your setup, and everything that stands for how you make your money. Next, if you look at Solana, price is moving, and wait, we don't have a proper box yet. Yes, we do. See here, entry point, price broke, came back in, test, this is your entry point, yeah, box right there, 1.5, all the way there, fill. Next, broke, came down in, tested. This is gonna be your next box, but no, we're just gonna be looking at the other possible, which is from down here. If you box this one up, price broke, came back into test, perfect timing. It broke, tested, broke out, which proves what exactly? That was a perfect entry point right there, which means we have to be, let me just mark that out for you so it's more understandable in terms of view. Yes, there we go. See, as you can see with Solana specifically, that was a perfect entry point. Actually, let me get rid of everything in the past so that you guys will understand. Because anyway, it's a whole new box. Right, so over here, mark that out. This sell before the huge buy. Price broke, get back in test, and then price broke out. That's exactly what happened here, which is very, very ideal in terms of possible. Because if you think about it, when the price broke, you are expecting price to come back, which it did, and it hit the 50% mark, which is as ideal as the box method can get. Okay, in terms of, and then of course you're gonna have to be watching out for certain S&D zones. So maybe you can look for one within this area, which has held multiple times. You can look at this area. So what that means is just as how this one is expected to come up here, and then that means you're gonna expect to come back down, because that's the retraction zone. So what I'm trying to say is this is gonna be your next box here. With that being said, comes back down. Maybe it'll come down all the way here. If you get BOS, then you're gonna ride it back up. That's why S&D zones are very important, because they tell you the max price. But the thing is, this one has already been tested twice, so you are gonna be expecting a break through that supply zone, and then you can move on from there, because once it's already been tested at least once, you're gonna expect it to break off. It almost did here, but it did not. Maybe it will actually, because it has not completely fallen down yet. If it does, then it's even more positive in terms of people that actually stays in trades. In comparison to me, I already took my profits to 1.5, so I'm really good with where I am at. If we take a quick look at ADA and we try to see what's going on, right? So, okay, so yeah, that was a lost trade, and that was in the past, and then, yeah, so it's the same thing. That means we're gonna have to come up with a whole new box anyway, so let's just get rid of the past trade, so it's not gonna be so messy. This is gonna be your next, this to this, right? And then as you can see, quickly, this is a price break, trading range, boom, test, even deeper test, and then shot up, right? Now if you look at that, that's a crazy W, because if you look at this properly, this is 1 point, if you look all the way, if you go all the way up, it's 2.4, but I'm telling you, I would have bounced at 1.5 right there. I'm out, completely out. Maybe I would have partialed. I will be getting into more about partials so that you guys can understand more about how I trade, and maybe implement some of my techniques into your own trading. But keep in mind, do not be copying much of my trades. I will be telling you price prediction. Price prediction for most of them is going to be a buy position. Just looking back for the retest on the box method. And so yeah, that will be closing out today's video. Keep in mind that it is going to be a buy position. Just waiting for the setups. As you guys saw in the past, I am expecting them to come back down a little bit before we completely enter that buy position. Same thing here with 88. Price came all the way down here. This is going to be your next box. Thing is, that's too big of a box, so we're just going to do from up top to down here, somewhere around these zones here. So you're going to expect price to come all the way back down here, and maybe the next supply is somewhere up here, and the demand actually is where these three held. It's not going to go lower than that, so that means you can put your stop all the way up somewhere around those parts. So that's what I think is going to happen. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know if you guys can tell, I am actually feeling a little bit under the weather, and yeah, so I hope you did enjoy, and like and subscribe if you did. Thanks.